Hello everyone and welcome back to my Minecraft survival world, where today we are starting the beginning of the end of the Burj Khalifa project. In the last episode we actually finished the exterior and now it is time to begin the work on the interior. Now for those of you who don't know, the plan for this Burj Khalifa is to put redstone on all the inside and put redstone lamps across the inside of the walls so that it can shine through the glass and be able to make it light up at nighttime, and maybe do some custom patterns and stuff like that. Now that's going to require a lot of resources and redstone, so first I'm going to be starting off by collecting all the redstone I have and see how much I already have to start out with. So here's the resources that we have to start out with. We have just over 9 stacks of glowstone, 4.5 stacks of redstone blocks, 3.5 stacks of redstone lamps, and just over 9 stacks of redstone ore, which is honestly a little bit less than I was expecting, but we're gonna go ahead and convert all of this redstone ore to redstone. Not actually too much when I put it like this, but so about 9 stacks of redstone ore was able to get me just over 6 stacks of redstone blocks. So what the plan is now is that we're gonna obviously collect up as many empty shulker boxes as we can, bring our night vision, and we're gonna go to some chunks far away through the nether and, you know, essentially load up new chunks and just go mining, really. I think that's gonna be it, man. So I've just gone through the nether a little bit, and as you can see by my coordinates, we are in the 20,000s for the X, so we are very far away from home and just kind of in some brand new chunks. And I guess we're gonna go cave exploring. I see a cave right there, and I think maybe a cave over there. So we have experienced a slight change of plans. Instead of going to mine all of the redstone, I did a little bit of mining from the clip that you just seen before, and this is all the redstone that I got for, like, I don't know, basically like an hour. And what we're gonna be trying to do now is build a raid farm using the pillager outpost that is right near my Japanese village build. And basically what we're going to do with that, get emeralds from that, and then we can use the emeralds to buy from the villagers redstone and glowstone. And since we'll be able to have infinite amount of emeralds, then it won't really matter the villager nerf, because we're only going to be purchasing things and not getting emeralds from them, if that makes sense. Alright, so it has actually been, I think, a little over an hour, maybe 2 hours and a bit, but we do have the raid farm fully constructed. I've done 3 successful test runs, and the design I built was the one by Silent Whisperer that he uploaded about 8 months ago. Basically, we just got this little compartment up here. Pretty simple. We got a villager in this leaf box, and now I'm in the system, which is not ideal, but basically we got our spawning platform. We have the platform that I stand on right there. We got a couple trident killers. We got one up here and one down below that kills the banner boy, which we actually can see that there is a dude in here, but he is not the banner boy, so we're okay. And then I've been getting some storage, but I've just been throwing out the stuff that I don't want. And after like 3 raids, we got just over 4 stacks of emeralds, which I think is pretty good. Alrighty, so it is a brand new weekend, and over the course of the week I have been using the raid farm a little bit. So I've been getting emeralds to trade with the villagers for redstone and glowstone, so we've got some of that stacked up, and we can just see some of the interesting enchanted books that I've been getting and kind of keeping a hold on to. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start crafting up some resources and start on our activation system for the lights on the Burj Khalifa. So it's probably going to be like a little building in the corner. Eventually it's going to be like a lectern selector on which design we want to light up on the Burj Khalifa, but we're going to just start off with a lever, and we can see just about the resources that I've gathered so far. So we're looking at around this many redstone blocks, glowstone, and redstone lamps as well. So we have a good amount to start off with. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit of a lever here. This is going to be our temporary activation of the lights on the Burj Khalifa. And basically what I need to do for this first bit is kind of run a redstone wire into the center of the Burj Khalifa where it's going to turn, I guess, the lights on. Eventually, I'm probably going to have a like a lectern selector with taking the redstone output from that. Eventually, I'm going to do that, but for right now, we're going to do this. Here is our first mini test. We did a little bit of strip of redstone lamps, and as you can see when we flick the lever, we have a nice little lighting up sequence, which I think is already coming together very, very nicely. So a quick look on what's going on the inside. We have a kind of a little circuit here that just essentially powers them with a 1 tick delay in between each one. And now the reason that this is going to be kind of tricky is because I want, as you saw, when I power them on, they go from like this side over to this way, but I also want another option to also go the other way. And that's kind of not really possible with this setup. So essentially I'm going to build another layer of this on top to power the lamp from the top side, so that if I wanted to, I could power them the other way. Now that I'm thinking about it, since I already built the whole building, I don't really need this template anymore. So I'm gonna get rid of this so that it is no longer in my way. Okay, so as a little demonstration here, I've set up a little bit of a timing circuit so that we can see what we've done so far. As we can see, if I turn that on, oh, I kind of messed it up, hold on. There we go. So we can see what we got going on here with the lights. This is kind of where the programmable effects will come in to play here. But we've got this first front side done, and then we also got a little chunk over here, looking pretty cool. Now let me actually see what happens with the simulation distance here. Yeah, so you can see it kind of freezes over there, and that's because of the simulation distance, which is something that is going to kind of hinder my build, but it is what it is, I guess. A little insight to the building process. So I evenly space out my redstone lamps in here, and then I do some testing just to make sure that it looks good on the outside. And I essentially set up a little bit of a framework for the redstone to go in. So as you can see, the main, well, this redstone looks like kind of a mess. Wait, is that wrong? Oh wait, this is wrong. Okay, anyways. After every redstone lamp, there needs to be a repeater to kind of delay the next one by 1 tick. And I'm realizing that this has 2 ticks delay, which is actually unnecessary. So I guess I'm going to have to proofread my work a little bit. See, I did it correctly over here. Funny how I just caught that as soon as I started recording, but oh, look it. And then there's another mistake over here, not having out. Okay, well, that's basically how the redstone wiring is being built. Alright, so here's what our first full layer looks like completed. As you can see, for this arrangement, I've done kind of starting from the center for all these little halves of each leg extension, and they start there and then go out and meet at the end of the leg. But something else that I wanted to make, right, as you can see, it starts from the middle and kind of goes out. I also want a track that can start from the outsides and go in. So to do that, what I'm going to do is basically build another track very similar to this with all the repeaters reversed, 1 block above. So instead of powering the block below, it will be powering the block above, which will still power the redstone lamp. So we're kind of making these redstone like segment circuits to be able to go one way and then back the other way through a different redstone circuit that is essentially the same, just the repeaters flip the other way and they have to be activated at the ends rather than from the center. So that is what we're going to start working on now. I'm going to try and use a different block so that it's easier to differentiate for any debugging I have to do later. Now that it has turned nighttime again, I can show you guys my my second redstone track that I built. So previously the ones that I've been showing have been going from the inside out, but I just finished the one that goes from the outside in. So this one starts lighting up from the outside of each pillar and then goes towards the inside. Now the challenge with this is going to be what happens when the columns start to... What the challenge is for this is what's going to happen when the columns start getting, you know, chopped off. How is it going to go from the outside in? That's going to only be a challenge for the inside redstone, really. So I'm still working out, trying to think about how that's going to work while I'm getting bullied by creepers and mobs. But yeah, this is what we kind of got going on. We just got a second layer of the redstone, and it basically just has the repeaters facing the other way, allowing it to essentially travel the other way of the motion of the lights. A brand new day, and the first thing we're going to be working on is improving our floor circuits to activate the lights inside out or outside in. And I basically kind of want to elevate these on their own colored wool pieces, and also try and build a circuit that allows me to switch between them that I can use later. So here's what the circuit that I just installed looked like. So now over in my control panel area, where I plan to have like a small little building or something, I also have these two selectors. So basically what these do is they also run a redstone line all the way up. So for example, if I were to start to turn this on, you can see that no lights are happening right now, but if I were to select a pattern, essentially, you can see that we have the inside to outside pattern going on. I don't know if you can see it because it's a little hard with the lamps, but you can see that it goes from right to left or inside to out. However, if I were to switch these, we can see that they will start going outside to in, as you can see right here. So now it goes back outside to in, which it will be easier for me to show when it's nighttime, which I probably will. But here's what the circuit looks like on the inside. Basically, it's just, you know, these different piston things that cut off the redstone powering lines when something is selected or not, so that it only powers during one way. And this is, you know, pretty much going to be all the circuitry related to the bottom. And because everything will just chain off of, I guess, the other ones, kind of. And there's a frog in here. I don't know how he got in here, but now he is here. So, yeah, that is pretty much what this is looking like. So, I will show what it looks like at nighttime. Alright, so here's a little demonstration at nighttime. As we can see, if I start up my little timing circuit, we can see that no lights happen. However, if we flick this green lever, we can start to see that it will start doing the lights from the inside to the outside. Now the power of these remote controls is that I can switch it from right here, so I can turn it off, and then I can turn it on to go back the other way from outside to inside. So this is why on the redstone lamps I have the two tracks with one going each way, so that I can reverse the directions of the lights. You know, to kind of do some effects, I guess. And then, as you can see, that will start going out. And then for a brief second, I think it actually looks like they kind of cross paths sometimes. So you can see we got outside going in, but then it looks like inside going out as well a little bit, which is kind of cool. I did not anticipate for that, but let me see if I can make it do the other way. So I'll go like, give it some time and then turn that off. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, that's kind of what we got going on there. Completing our little controller mechanisms here. I think that's going to be it for the video. So, make sure to leave any comments or criticisms in the comment section below. And until then, I will see you guys next time, where we're going to be continuing working on more and more layers of the redstone lamps going all the way up the building. Okay, so yeah, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye!